61 News at 6 starts now.
Now at 6, who's at fault for a baby's overdose death?
This is a tragedy, to say the least.
Questions arising over how DCF handled the family's case.
Talking taxes, local leaders looking to make Connecticut more affordable, how they're looking to save you some money.
Patrolling for purse snatchers, police working to put a stop to the crimes happening in broad daylight.
And keeping an eye on some scattered rain and snow showers for later tonight into tomorrow morning, plus all eyes on bitter cold for the end of the week.
And it has been a remarkably warm month with temperatures nearly 10 degrees above the average. I'll break down just how impressive this run of warmth has been.
And sending a signal up to space. A group of high school students talking with astronauts at the International Space Station. But we begin with breaking news here. President Joe Biden will be ending COVID-19 emergencies in May. Thanks for joining us here on the News at 6. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. This announcement coming nearly 3 years after those emergencies were declared.
The move will end the national emergency and public health emergency declarations. It will formally restructure the federal coronavirus response to treat the virus as an endemic threat to the public health that can be managed through agencies' normal authorities. Former President Donald Trump first declared the COVID-19 pandemic a national emergency on March 13th of 2020.
Now, this is a developing story out of Washington. We'll continue to provide updates as we get them on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app. All right, back here at home, it's been nearly a year since a baby was found unresponsive in a Salem home. The baby died due to exposure to fentanyl a short time later. Her parents have both been charged in connection to her death, which was ruled a homicide. Today, her mother faced a judge in New London. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc has a breakdown of what happened.
The death of baby Kaylee can still be felt less than a year after she died, and the impact of her case and others just like it are reaching far beyond the walls of this courthouse.
This is a tragedy, to say the least.
On February 8th of 2022, a 13-month-old baby was found unresponsive in this Salem home. The medical examiner says it was a homicide from acute intoxication due to fentanyl and xylazine. Both of her parents, Ricky Thomas and Travis Schubel, have been charged.
DCF was involved in this case.
The Department of Children and Family Services has been working with the couple since August of 2021. They had a scheduled visit just one day after the baby was found. When police got there, they say the home was in deplorable shape, finding dozens of baggies of drugs, later testing positive for fentanyl, and a used Narcan cartridge under the baby's pack and play.
When tragedies like this happen, we are the first ones to peel back all of the layers to determine if there's anything else we can do to partner to keep kids safe.
Vanessa Durante says this case is one of many where kids in Connecticut have died because of fentanyl exposure over the last year and a half. Because of that, they've made changes like posting interim guidance for their staff and asking everyone to download something called the NORA app, helping in case of a fentanyl overdose.
To allow for our staff to have real-time access to information right on their state-issued phones.
Durante says they've also changed protocol, allowing for a consult to happen within 24 hours of a case being brought to their attention.
We first did inventory of all the families that kind of fit into that category, and then kind of instituted where the frontline social worker has somebody with subject matter expertise who can even go with them.
But Durante says that they cannot do this without your help. If you suspect that any child is being abused or neglected, she asks you to please call their 24/7 Caroline number. That number is 1-800-842-2288, and you can remain anonymous. We are in New London. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61 News.
Julia, thank you. Well, today, Governor Ned Lamont announced a new legislative proposal to provide tax relief for low-income workers.
This is the latest in a series of state tax proposals the governor is rolling out before his budget presentation with the General Assembly next week. Fox 61's political reporter Emma Wolfhorst joins us in studio now to break it all down for us. Hey, Emma.
Hey, Jen, Ben, the governor wants to permanently increase the state's Earned Income Tax Credit, or EITC, by about 10%, putting Connecticut among the top 5 states in the nation with the largest rates. This would mean nearly $45 million in additional state tax credits for more than 211,000 Connecticut families.
Families are choosing between paying utility bills or buying groceries. The permanent expansion of the Earned Income Tax Credit will directly support working families like mine.
Advocates say low-income families are struggling, and Monday, Governor Lamont rolled out a new plan to boost tax credits for these households.
The Earned Income Tax Credit is just one more way of giving people incentive to get back to work and help them keep more of what they earn.
Lamont wants to increase the state's Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, from 30.5% to 40% of the federal level. The EITC is a credit against the state's income tax and is fully refundable, meaning families can still receive it even if they don't pay the state income tax.
Additional percentage on the Earned Income Tax Credit will make a real difference to families all across our state.
Right now, the credit provides around $144 million in tax breaks to families, but this increase would up the relief an additional $45 million to around $190 million for more than 211,000 eligible households.
If you put money back into the pockets of families, it will be spent in the community.
The administration says with this increase, families could see anywhere from $200 to $700 extra a year.
To make life a little more supportable, a little easier to live, a little more affordable in the most family-friendly state in the country.
And as I said, if this were to pass, Connecticut would be among the top 5 states in the nation with the largest EITC rates. Neighboring states of Massachusetts, New York, and Rhode Island offer credits of both 30 and 15%, respectively. Ben.
Emma, thank you. Also today, Senate Democrats unveiled a brand new plan they say will make Connecticut safer. Their legislative agenda includes multiple proposals to address domestic violence and improve access to mental health and addiction treatment. They want to increase online privacy protections, strengthen health and wellness for residents, and boost protection for victims.
I've always believed that the best thing we can do when it comes to stopping domestic violence is to continue to talk about it. It is not your fault. There are people who are here to help you.
Today's announcement is the first of 4 major policy statements from Senate Democrats this week.
Well, a mild winter day out today, but it's going to get really cold later this week.
That might even be an understatement. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with a major swing coming our way. Hi,
Yeah,
Rach.
it's going to come as a shock to the system, that is for sure. But we are looking all the way to the end of the week. This is going to be for Friday night, and Saturday that we really start to feel those colder temperatures. There is another sign, though, that, yeah, it is still winter, kind of out there, and that is a cold front heading our way. That could bring us a scattered rain or snow shower later tonight into about daybreak tomorrow, maybe a little bit later. So we'll be watching a few slippery spots for the morning commute, although I don't think it's too problematic. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 40s across the state. And here's a look at the future radar. Again, as we head towards and after midnight, an increasing chance for us to get a scattered rain shower. And as temperatures drop, we could flip over to some snow showers as well. Luckily, it's fairly short-lived and the ground is pretty warm from the warm temperatures that we are still feeling outside today. So we're not expecting much of any accumulation, although there could be a scattered coating, especially in the higher elevation. So check in with the morning show crew. They'll let you know if there are any trouble spots to start off the day. Otherwise, clearing skies with temperatures that will be noticeably cooler tomorrow, climbing into the upper 30s as we head through the afternoon instead of around 50 degrees. But lots of sunshine to go along with it. And yes, we've got that bitter cold to talk about for the end of the week. Your full forecast coming up.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. And new tonight, Governor Lamont activating a severe cold weather protocol that goes into effect this Thursday afternoon. Anyone in need of a warming center or a shelter can dial 211 to find the closest available facility near you. Well, new at 6, a Manchester teen is facing charges after a serious assault. Police say they were searching for a 16-year-old suspect in connection to an assault that happened on Friday. He was taken into custody this afternoon in the parking lot of Manchester High School. Police say the teen also had a gun that was listed as stolen out of Georgia. 6 students were arrested today in connection to a fight at Crosby High School in Waterbury. Police say the teenagers have all been charged with breach of peace. This happened around 12:15.
nobody was hurt. Police say the school schedule was also not affected.
We have an update now. The Middletown native charged with killing his mother at sea is asking for access to minutes from the grand jury proceeding that led to his indictment. Nathan Carmen is looking to learn what was disclosed about his grandfather, John Shakalos's 2013 death. Carmen is accused but not charged in Shakalos's death. Carmen's lawyers say that he is entitled to know what the government presented to the grand jury regarding Shakalos's death because if it was, quote, inaccurate or untrue, then Carmen may have grounds to get the indictment dismissed. Federal prosecutors have until Monday to respond. Carmen is charged with killing his mother during a fishing trip in 2016. Well, first responders say at least 100,000 chickens are dead after a weekend fire at Hillendale Farms in Basra. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin has more on how this may impact the egg industry.
The Connecticut Department of Agriculture tells me the impact on the egg industry will be minimal to none, only because there are more than 372 egg-laying hens just in the United States alone. We got the chance to fly Sky 61 over that damage. You can see the burned area off in the distance between the coops still intact. Investigators say around 1 o'clock Saturday, they were called to Hillendale Farms in Basra for a large fire. When they arrived, they tell us they found a fire in one of the chicken coops. At least 20 different fire departments responded with engines, tankers, and other needed equipment. Fire crews say the fire was contained to one of the 400 by 50-foot coops, containing at least 100,000 chickens. There are almost 20 other coops on the property, and investigators say they were not significantly damaged. Hillendale Farms is one of the largest egg suppliers in the country, with 6 locations spread out across the Northeast. Their website says in total, Hillendale raises about 20 million chickens for their egg production. This location in Basra is the only one here in Connecticut. But if you break it down and do the math, assuming each coop contains the same amount of chickens, then the farm here would have about 2 million chickens on their property. The Connecticut Department of Agriculture tells us the loss of 100,000 chickens is a major one, but not enough to make a hit in the overall egg industry or the prices in a grocery store near you. And there is no word on what caused that fire, but the scene has been handed over to the state. The state fire marshal and investigators will take it from here and give us any update as they can. In Basra, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
New at 6, state police came to the rescue of 2 dogs that were seen running along busy part of I-95. Police posting these photos of the dogs. They were found running across multiple lanes of I-95 right near exit 26 in Bridgeport. The dogs are now in the care of Bridgeport Animal Control until they can be reunited with their owners.